We're here at the Office Depot Center in Sunrise, Florida. I'm Jim Houston.
And I'm Craig Simpson.
And welcome to what should be an exciting matchup between the Florida Panthers and the Minnesota Wild. We've got a fast skating team here tonight that likes to score goals up against a tight defensive side.
Jim, sometimes when you play against teams that are a little bit more defensive-minded, you have to be more responsible. That's going to be the challenge tonight.
Here's a look at tonight's referee.
Jim, he's been around for 6 seasons and doesn't over-officiate. He lets a lot of the stuff go that other referees wouldn't. And the players know that and change their game accordingly.
Face-off won by Cullen. Taken out.
Terrific physical play.
Over the line. With a one-timer. Denied by Luongo. Brings it out. It's moved across by Cullen. Big hit! That was huge! Out of their defensive end. Over the blue line. Shoots the puck, turned aside. Into the attacking zone. Wrist shot by Kolnick. The shot is blocked by Zuzin. In over the line. Over, in front. Luongo with an awesome save. He hangs on to the puck. The Panthers have done a good job building their home ice advantage.
Well, you don't ever want a visiting team to think they can come in and pick up an easy 2 points on your home ice.
About to drop the puck. Ritchie won the draw. Brings it out. Over the line. Wrist shot from the wing. Brings it out. Over the blue line. Slap shot. Misses. Right in front. Rolison freezes the puck. They're getting ready for the face-off. And the face-off is won by Walls. Out of their defensive end. Into the attacking zone. Shoved.
That's some heavy action.
Passed over. Brings it out. A lateral pass. Over the line. Crushed.
A punishing hit.
Brings it out. Quick puck movement. That's offside. They're getting ready for the face-off. And the Panthers get the draw. Out of their defensive end. Husilius rips it. Rolison made the save. Brunette. Over the blue line. A shot from the slot by Dupuis. Luongo made the save. Brings it out. Into the attacking zone. Moved over. In over the line. Boomister checks him.
Shook him up and took him down.
Over the line. Run over.
That was a monster of a hit.
Out of their defensive end. Intercepted in the neutral zone by Husilius. Passed over. Brings it out. The Wild will make a change here. It's a scramble. Brings it out. Florida puts its second line out. Over the blue line. One time's blocked. Out of their defensive end. In over the line. Shoved. And out they come with a puck. Into the attacking zone. Right in front. Hagman shoots the puck. Rolison covers up.
Oh, did you see that? He got utterly pasted there.
The ref is signaling for the faceoff. Faceoff won by Walls. Brings it out. Over the blue line. He gets checked by Trinka. Brings it out. Over the line. It's played across by Bergman. Smoked.
That'll keep them on their heels.
Out of their defensive end. Into the attacking zone. Luongo made the save. Brings it out. In over the line. Trinka gives the puck away. Over the blue line. Mitchell drops him.
That was a big hit.
Brings it out. A lateral pass. Over the line. Shoved. Picked off by Biro. And Florida will change on the fly. Berglund, wrist shot. Out of their defensive end. End to end. Knocked down.
They felt that hit in the rafters.
Brings it out. Over the blue line. Huselius knocked him off the puck.
Now that one was worth watching.
Advances the puck. Breakaway. Right in front. Brings it out. Over the line. Moved ahead by Cullen. With a howitzer. Blocked. Out of their defensive end. In over the line. Fires! Luongo made the huge save. Brings it out. Over the blue line. Zuzan checks him.
Knocked him right off the play.
Into the attacking zone. Crushed.
What a hit!
Over the line. He gets bowled over by Roach. Out of their defensive end. In over the line. Delayed penalty coming up for Florida. Krejcik is going to the box for hooking. Minnesota will try and take advantage of a penalty here.
Well, we haven't seen the power play yet tonight, but we know they're going to be a handful.
They've got great skill on that first unit. Wrist shot by Park. Saved by Luongo. And he hangs onto the puck for the whistle. The Wild are a smart team. They just don't take a lot of penalties.
No, they're pretty disciplined. You're not going to beat this club with special teams. They just don't give you anything.
We're ready for the faceoff. And the faceoff is won by Walls. In front. Great save by Luongo. Brings it out. Over the blue line. Horton gets checked. In behind. Out of their defensive end. In over the line. Checked.
That's going to leave a mark.
Across. Into the attacking zone. Saved by Rolison. Brings it out. Moved across. Right in front. Goaltender stopped that. Brings it out. And Florida will change on the fly. Breakaway. In front. Quick shot. And out they come with a puck. In over the line. Bowled over.
Now that's a big hit.
Out of their defensive end. Hard shot turned aside by Rolison. And he covers up.
Jim, there's a look at Jacques Martin.
The action's about to start. Face-off won by Cullen. Played back. Shoved. Right in front. Turned aside. Brings it out. Over the line. He gets hit by Van Ryn.
He had him coming and going.
Brings it out. End to end. Delayed penalty coming up for Minnesota. Laxinen will go to the box for interference.
Interference can be tricky. You can't call everything, but you want the game to have some flow.
And the faceoff is won by Ritchie. Pass back. Knocked over.
You could feel that one up in the booth.
Over the blue line. Roche shoots. Over, out of their defensive end. Into the attacking zone. One-timer. Blocked. Brings it out. Over the line. Vila flattens him.
Lined him up and knocked him down.
Brings it out. In over the line. Across, out of their defensive end. Over the blue line.
Hit. That was rock solid.
Brings it out. Into the attacking zone. Turned away by Rolison. Ritchie now with the puck. Michalak grabbed it. Brings it out. The Wild will make a change here. The ref indicates a delayed call against Florida. Kolnick will get the gate for hooking. Florida loses a man and gives up the power play.
Yeah, they were hoping to get a little more mileage out of it. Now they'll have to play some 4-on-4.
Over the line. And out they come with a puck. In over the line. He gets rocked by Kuba.
Great body work so far.
Out of their defensive end. Over the blue line. Nice move there by Gabbert. Big hit.
That came harder than expected.
Brings it out. Coast to coast. Healy gets pushed. Zuzan. Into the attacking zone. He gets leveled by Van Ryn. Brings it out. Over the line. Crushed.
A textbook body check, Jim.
Gaborik out of their defensive end. Over the blue line. Knocked down.
Finish that one with a bang.
He gets mowed over.
That's an impressive hit.
Brings it out. In over the line. Brings it out. Into the attacking zone. The ref indicates a delayed call. Circles the net. He gets called for hooking. Face-off won by Ritchie. Kolnick exits the penalty box, meaning his team now has a 5-on-4 advantage. Rolison hangs on for the whistle. This guy doesn't give shooters much when he goes down, does he?
No, he gets awful big in goal. He can still be beat, but it has to be a perfect shot. That's the challenge against him.
The face-off goes to the Panthers.
Huge shot! Completely off target.
It's moved back by Krejcik. Shoots quickly. Minnesota under attack in its own end of the rink. End to end. Luongo turned him away. Passed across. Out of their defensive end. Over the line. Sent flying.
That's what we came to see.
Over the blue line. Brings it out. Into the attacking zone. Wrist shot by Walls. He misses. Brings it out. Audette in over the line. Saved by Rolison. Quick pass up. Over the line. Flattened.
Thundering hit.
Out of their defensive end. And that'll do it. The first period draws to an end in a scoreless tie as we head to the break.
The fan with the most decorated car or home will receive a pair of ringside tickets to an upcoming game. See guest services for details.
A tightly played first period. Both teams showing a lot of spirit as we get ready for period number 2. The ref is ready to drop the puck. Cullen wins the faceoff. Big hit.
He got laid out.
Up through center. Into the attacking zone. Shove. Short pass. Moved up. He gets taken out by Huselius.
He really took it to him.
Brings it out. In over the line. He gets hit by Van Ryn. Rink-wide pass. Brings it out. Cullen over the blue line. Shove. In front. Fires it. Blocked. Out of their defensive end. Over the line. Mitchell gets muscled off the puck. Delayed call coming up. Fires! Van Ryn will go to the box for interference.
If you don't have position on a guy, interference is a lazy way to make up for it.
Minnesota will go on the power play once again. They weren't able to capitalize on their first power play. Let's see if they can do it here. Move back. Brings it out. In over the line. Hard wrist shot by Huselius. Brings it out. End to end. Centered by Cuba. Bouchard fired it hard. Play ends as the puck is shot into the crowd. The Wild have been pretty weak on the power play.
Jim, any team gunning for the postseason has to be able to cash in on the power play.
You just won't get very far otherwise. The faceoff goes to the Panthers. Trinka takes him out. Out of their defensive end. Over the blue line. Checked. Brings it out. Coast to coast. He gets laid out.
He leveled him.
Hagman. Brings it out. In over the line. Rubbed off the puck. Out of their defensive end. Over the blue line. Rollison got a leg on it. Brings it out. Into the attacking zone. Luongo gets some wood on it. Pushed. In front. Huge save. Brings it out. Over the line. He gets checked by Zuzin.
Ran him down.
Minnesota continues to struggle on the power play. They're now 0 for 3. Over the blue line. Checked. Right at Bouchard. Scores right through traffic.
Let's take another look at that goal, Jim. Wow, what a wrist shot. I don't think the goalie had a clue where that one was going.
Florida has started the second period by allowing the first goal of the game.
At least it's not the start of the third period. That would have really been bad.
He gets roughed up by Samuelson. Out of their defensive end. In over the line. Mowed down.
He just got run over.
Scramble. A shot from the slot by Healy. Brings it out. Into the attacking zone. Pushed. Brings it out. Over the blue line. Rollison made the brilliant save. He hangs on. Jacques Lemaire's defensive coaching style has worked wonders on this Minnesota Wild team.
Well, Jim, in 2003, Lemaire led the Wild to the conference finals and was awarded his second career Jack Adams Trophy for top coaching honor.
He gets worked over by Zuzin. Out of their defensive end. Coast to coast. Shoved. With a blistering shot. Luongo made the save. Brings it out. Into the attacking zone. Bumped by Cuba. Quick pass up. Brings it out. In over the line. Laid out. Laxonen shoots the puck. Out of their defensive end. Coast to coast. Florida puts its second line out. And out they come with a puck. Over the blue line. Shoved. Luongo hangs on for the whistle. There aren't many guys who can skate as fast as this guy.
Yeah, he really does have an amazing set of wheels. The crowd gets excited every time he touches the puck.
The puck is about to be dropped. Minnesota wins the draw. Brings it out. Over the line. Berglund shoves him. Right in front.
Way off target.
Brings it out. In over the line. In front. Rollison turned it away. Walls. Out of their defensive end. Into the attacking zone. He gets pushed off the puck. Brings it out. Over the blue line. Long pass. He gets leveled by McCult.
He got rocked right there.
Minnesota puts its scoring line out. Brings it out. Over the line. Shoots it quickly. Right in front. Rollison freezes the puck. So much of this game is about confidence.
Well, that's just it. Once a guy's found the scoreboard, he's always hungry for more.
Defenders should be keeping tabs on this guy. The players are lining up at the face-off circle. And the face-off is won by Ritchie.
He deep right past it.
He scores, and we're tied at 1. That's the kind of play that'll get your team fired up.
No doubt about it. What execution.
Roughly halfway through, and it's a tie game.
I've got a feeling this one could be undecided right to the end.
Out of their defensive end. Into the attacking zone. In front. Saved by Luongo. Brings it out. Over the line. Pass to the point. Right in front. Pad saved by Rolison. Brings it out. Coast to coast. He gets pushed by Krejcik. In front. Luongo reached out for the puck. Brings it out. Over the line. Muscled off the puck. Gaborik. Out of their defensive end. Into the attacking zone. Hit. Scramble for the puck. Minnesota puts its third line out. Moved over. Over the blue line. Wrist shot by Audette. Blocked. Brings it out. In over the line. Long pass. Quick puck movement. Over the line. Run over. Moved up. The crowd's upset. No penalty called. Out of their defensive end. Into the attacking zone. Huselius shoots. Saved by Rolison. Brings it out. Over the blue line. He gets out-muscled by Kolnick. In front. It's turned over by Park. Passed across by Kolnick. In over the line. With a wrist shot. Saved by Rolison. Played across. Brings it out. Into the attacking zone. Brings it out. And Florida will change on the fly. Checked. Right in front. Hard backhand shot by Cullen. Stoned cold by Rolison. About to drop the puck. Face-off won by Ritchie. Across. Laid out. Stopped in his tracks. Delayed call against Florida. Hagman has been nailed for hooking. Minnesota hasn't had any luck on the power play so far in this game, but they'll get a fourth chance here.
Well, they just need a few bounces to go their way. If they stick with it, the goals will come.
Coast to coast. Mowed down. Out of their defensive end. Over the blue line. He gets hit by Biron. Very impressive. Behind the net. Played over. Brings it out. In over the line. Pushed aside by Rolison. Bouchard brings it out. Into the attacking zone. Checked.
That'll keep them on their heels.
He gets laid out by Laxonen. Out of their defensive end. The Wild will make a change here. Laxonen, wrist shot. Luongo turned it away. Brings it out. Coast to coast. Rubbed off the puck by Schultz. Gaborik grabbed it. Brings it out. Over the line. He gets bumped off the puck. Shoots it. Misses. Out of their defensive end. Over the blue line. In Cullen scores! Short-handed, they score!
Playing with a man down usually doesn't give you much of a chance to score. They netted one on that play. Nice effort.
And the faceoff is won by Walls. The goalie comes out of his net to fetch the puck. Brings it out. In over the line. Run over.
That was a full contact hit.
Tremendous save. Luongo covers up. Florida is showing great restraint in this game, Craig. They haven't been baited into stupid penalties, and it's paying dividends for them.
Well, Jim, you're right. Staying out of the penalty box is key if you want to have success at this level.
Cullen wins the draw. Brings it out. Hagman skates back onto the ice. The power play is over. The horn signals the end of the second. 2-1 the score as we head for the intermission.
You can at our upcoming Stanley Cup. Tickets are available at the box office.
It's still anyone's game as we're ready to start the third period. The players are lined up and ready for the faceoff. Faceoff won by Ritchie. Goes behind his net. Out of their defensive end. Into the attacking zone. Shove. Quick puck movement. Long pass. Moved ahead by Park. He gets run over by Lilia. Brings it out. Over the line. Right in front. Rollison hangs on for the whistle. Ritchie hasn't put much on the net, but he's scored one goal already.
Well, and once you beat a goalie, you can get inside his head. He should start looking for more opportunities to shoot.
Cullen won the draw. Brings it out. Over the blue line. Cranked him. Kolnick. Out of their defensive end. Into the attacking zone. He gets muscled off the puck. Brings it out. In over the line. Run over. Brings it out. Over the blue line. Right in front. Goaltender stopped that. Out of their defensive end. Over the line. Across. Bouchard gets the shot off. Shot is blocked by Bouwmeester. Moved up. Brings it out. In over the line. Kuba bowls him over.
He's really throwing his weight around.
Brings it out. Into the attacking zone. Played across. Out of their defensive end. Over the line. In front. Rollison hangs on for the whistle.
You could see the look in his face. He cannot believe that there wasn't a penalty call.
Well, let's have a look here at why he's all fired up. You be the judge. They're getting ready for the faceoff. Nederost wins the faceoff. Pass to the point. He scores to make it 3-1. He blasted that one right off the pass.
No hesitation and no mercy.
Minnesota is down by 2 early in the third.
Time for a big turnaround. The only question is, which player will step forward?
Over center. Over the blue line. He gets checked by Michalek.
Lines him up and sends him down.
In over the line. Moved over by Brunette. Luongo with the glove save. Stick save. He freezes the puck. They're getting ready for the faceoff. And the faceoff is won by Ritchie. Out of their defensive end. Over the line. Bumped off the puck. Brings it out. Offside. Walls has really improved his defensive game. He's a real two-way threat.
Jim, he blocks shots, kills penalties, and does all the little things in his own end that helps his team win.
Faceoff won by Samuelson. Passed up to the neutral zone. Brings it out. Into the attacking zone. He gets roughed up by Bouwmeester. Out of their defensive end. In over the line. Hit in front. Michalek. Over the blue line. Bednar out-muscles him. Brings it out. Over the line. Flatten. Roche. Into the attacking zone. He gets rocked by Van Ryn. Samuelson. Brings it out. Over center. In over the line. Shoots the puck just wide of the net. Brings it out. Over the blue line. He gets hit by Hagman.
Jim, that's how you earn respect in this game.
Krejcik is going off for hooking. Minnesota has yet to score on 4 power plays, so they get their 5th chance right here. And the faceoff is won by Walls. Out of their defensive end, he gets checked by Horton. Gaborik. In front. Luongo hangs on for the whistle. The Panthers are showing they know how to put the puck in the net.
They're a fast, talented team that can score. If you try to trade chances with them, they'll beat you.
The ref is signaling for the faceoff. Faceoff won by Cullen. Brings it out. Into the attacking zone. Rips a shot. Stick save. Brings it out. Over the blue line. Bouchard scores! Looks like he was screened. Skating 5-on-4 is a nice opportunity to score, and they cashed that one in big time. Not every team can come back from 2 or more goals in the 3rd period.
But it is possible, and these guys are determined to do it.
Walls for the howitzer. Over the line. Pass to the point. In front. Luongo makes the glove save. Out of their defensive end. Into the attacking zone. Hit. One times it. Rolison makes the pad save. Gigantic save. He covers up.
Jim, this rivalry's really starting to heat up. These two teams are getting physical, and it looks like they don't like each other too much.
We're ready for the face-off. And the face-off is won by Ritchie. Right in front. Turned away by Rolison. Laxonen brings it out. In over the line. Hit. Quick pass up. Brings it out. Over the line. Gaborik. Out of their defensive end. Into the attacking zone. Pushed off the puck. Gaudette moves it ahead. Brings it out. In over the line. Pass to the point. Right in front. Rolison hangs on for the whistle. Now look at the players on the bench. Some of them have the blades turned up as they sit on the bench. Other ones have the blade turned down. What's the difference?
Well, Huey, you and I have talked about this a lot. In my opinion, I always had my blade turned up. And the reason was that when I'm jumping over the bench, I can get it on my left hand. I'm a right-handed shot. I can get it on my left hand, turn it over, and I'm right ready to play. That's the natural way for me to hold on to my stick when I'm sitting on...
Oh, there's a shot. And he covers up. You can see this guy's playing with a lot of confidence.
Now that he's got one on the board, you're going to see him get more chances. Once you find the net, the puck always has a way of finding you.
The action's about to start. Face-off won by Walls. Brings it out. Over the line. McCult gets hammered.
He's not getting by that time.
Out of their defensive end. Into the attacking zone. Knocked down. Brings it out. Over the blue line. Brings it out. Over the line. Nederost controls the puck. Knocked over. Sent flying. Out of their defensive end. In over the line. Checked.
He delivered a message with that one.
Brings it out. Into the attacking zone. It's played up by Horton. Hard slap shot by Nederost. Over. Brings it out. Over the blue line. Wrist shot by Huselius. Rolison turns it aside. Out of their defensive end. In over the line. Leveled. Brings it out. Over the line. Turned aside. Passed ahead. Into the attacking zone. He gets roughed up by Cullen. One time. Pad save. Brings it out. Over the blue line. Huge shot by Van Ryn. Blocked over center. In over the line. Gaborik shoots out of their defensive end. Into the attacking zone. Rolison freezes the puck. Florida is a team that really likes to use its speed to press the attack.
And they cross the blue line in full flight and really try to back your defense up. The key is to get on their forwards before they get going.
And the faceoff is won by Horton. Trinka now with the puck. In behind. Brings it out. Passed across. Cranked him. Across. Brings it out. Over the line. Pass to the point. Hit. Run over. Out of their defensive end. Over the blue line. He gets shoved. Brings it out. Advances the puck. Thrashed. Checked. Brings it out. Into the attacking zone. Bouchard pushes him. Shoots the puck. The deck. Puts it into the empty net.
That goal will put the icing on the cake in this one. They took their chance, but came up empty this time.
That appears to have eased the tension.
I don't think the last few seconds will be quite as exciting.
Horton won the draw. He is laid out by McCult. Bowled over. Passed over. Over the line. Bumped by Van Ryn. Quick puck movement. Out of their defensive end. Over the blue line. A lateral pass. Sent flying. Rocked. Brings it out. In over the line. Cranked him.
That was intimidation.
Brings it out. Into the attacking zone. He gets run over by Zuzin. It's all over. Minnesota suffers yet another defeat and sees their losing streak continue. From Sunrise, Florida, and for EA Sports, I'm Jim Houston.
And I'm Craig Simpson. Have a great one.
You